In algebra, we often have positive and negative numbers to substitute into an expression or a formula. When adding and subtracting, we remember that if there are two signs, we can replace them with one sign. For example, in this expression here, we've got 3 plus negative 6. The plus and the negative are next to each other. They both are concerned with the 6. They apply to the 6. So we can actually replace those two signs with one. Just remembering, if you've got two negatives, you get a positive, two positives, you get a positive, a negative and a positive, you get a negative, and a positive and a negative, you can change it into a negative. So in this case here, I can change this expression into 3 minus 6. And if I finish it off, the answer is going to be negative 3. When multiplying and dividing, we still use the same rules for working out what the sign is going to be. Two negatives make a positive, two positives make a positive, etc. However, we must multiply first and then work out the sign, or divide first and work out the sign. So in this example here, when I've got 7 times 8, I just go 7 eighths are 56. Two negatives make a positive. And so the answer is positive 56, or I can just write 56 because that means the same as positive. If we leave the positive off, everybody knows it's positive. In the next example, with a division, I just go 28 divided by 7 and I get 4, and then I notice that there's a positive and a negative, and that means the answer is going to be negative because you've got two different signs. In these examples, I'm going to substitute m equals 5 and b equals minus 4. So in the first one, we've just got m minus b. That's going to be equal to 5 minus minus 4, minus negative 4. So that's 5 plus 4, because two negatives make a positive. Two negatives can be changed into a positive. So the answer is 9. In the next example, 3b minus bm, I'm going to write 3 multiplied by minus 4, negative 4, subtract bm, so negative 4 multiplied by 5. So again, we're just replacing the letter with the number. B becomes minus 4 here and here, m becomes 5, and in between here, where there's nothing showing, that's multiplication. So let's do the multiplications first. The first part is 3 times minus 4. So 3 fours are 12, and the 3 is positive because there's nothing there, and the 4 is negative, so a negative and a positive, or a positive and a negative make a negative. In the next section here, I've got two negatives. So before I do anything, I'm going to make it easy for myself and turn that into a plus. That means I just need to look at now the 4 times 5, which now they're both plus, so the answer will be 20. And the last thing to do is to do the minus 12 plus 20, which is 8. In the last example, we've got negative 10 times b divided by m, which is equal to negative 10 multiplied, now b's worth minus 4, so let's put minus 4 there, and the m is worth 5, so put that underneath. I'm doing the top part first. 10 times 4 is 40, and two negatives, one here and one here, make a positive, so I can leave it as just positive 40 like that. And I've got to divide it by 5. 40 divided by 5 is 8. Positive 8.